Hey, my name is Simon. My goal is to become both an artist and an illustrator. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you a bit about myself and my work. So, I approach my work mostly from a very conceptual standpoint. My pictures are less a form of self expression, but primarily reflect my interests and ideas. Really, anything that tickles my fancy at a given moment. I have the most fun combining different things, reimagining them, and transforming them into new combinations. Um, this mainly takes the form of different monsters and sometimes places, usually based on some underlying narrative, even if it's a very simple one most of the time. And or conversely, they are intended to spike or force the interpretation of a narrative in whoever watches them. So it is a both-sided process, and I think that's really the interesting part is that you don't try to look for a deeper meaning, but create a combination, a story about what you see, and it is mainly a form of entertainment. I'm not speaking to any deeper meanings, and yeah, it is mostly for me to create new material and then using it for other creations, combining them again. It's a very organic process overall, and if I get bored of one thing, I just start somewhere else and maybe the paths connect. Who knows? I guess stylistically, I'm very strongly inspired by anything fantasy, preferably classic fantasy. So I would say anything from the past 50, 60 years. But then again, I also really like more very specific areas. I'm a big fan of dinosaurs and prehistoric life, and I enjoy paleo art a lot. And I guess it comes from this whole combination thing, but I'm also a big fan of surrealism and pop surrealism. That's actually what got me started in art. And I guess the pretty most obvious thing you can see is that I like animals or anything living or organic, really. I started painting regularly in 2018, and I initially learned a lot from Greg Criolla Simpkins' work, which I very much admire to this day. And I guess you can see a lot of influence of his work and my work. And then again, other artists that inspired me are people like John Howe, Frank Frazetta, very original, I know, Paul Bonner, and to give a more recent example, Stephen Zapata is also quite great. And for a long time, I almost exclusively painted with acrylics, but I guess within the last 2 years, I've also started working a lot with oils and other media like ink, which has been a lot of fun. So I come from northern Germany, and I studied illustration in Groningen at the Academy Minerva for 4 years. And yeah, I graduated last year in 2023. I don't know where this path will lead me right now. Like I said at the beginning, I want to be an illustrator, a complete one. But I don't know where this path will lead me. But I would say, uncharacteristically optimistic in this regard. Another thing is that I have been working on my first book. It's called The Great Cuckoo for about a year now, and I hope to finish it soon. It's a pretty simple short story, but it was very helpful in many ways to give my monsters and ideas and creatures a sort of home and origin, and I'm very excited to continue working on it in the future. And I hope I can finish it this year. I wanted to finish it last year, but I couldn't. You can see some of the paintings or some of the pictures that are in there already in this exhibition, so enjoy. And yeah, that's me. I really hope you like the exhibition.